Hello and welcome to Everett Memorial Stadium for another edition of Everett Merchants Baseball. I'm Sean O'Connor, the voice of the Everett Merchants, and tonight your Everett Merchants will play TKB Baseball out of San Francisco in a non-league contest. Your Everett Merchants this season, 7-4 in league play, one full game behind the Seattle Cheney Studs, who sit at 7-2 in the Pacific International League. Merchants with 2 games left to play against the Seattle Studs, so that division race still firmly within their grasp. Last game for your Merchants back on July 6th, a 6-4 win over the Northwest Honkers. Tonight's ball game will feature Kenji Miller on the mound for your Everett Merchants as he gets ready to face TKB Baseball. Kenji, 4 appearances, 3 starts, 17 innings pitched. He's allowed 11 runs, 9 of them earned, on 20 hits, 4 walks, and 18 strikeouts, a 1-1 record, and a 4.76 ERA. Kenji Miller will face Jonah Avincola in center field, Elijah Lee at second base, Jarrett Chapman at first, and Dominic Meza cleaning up at shortstop. Hitting 5th is Brandon Wynn at third base, Anthony Manuel, the DH, and Drake Smart behind the plate for TKB Baseball. Nick Lombardi's in left field, and hitting 9th is Gino Hutchinson in right field. Armando Aguilar will start for TKB Baseball. Catching for your Merchants is Teddy Bishop. Third base is Aiden Van Rinsum, new addition to the Merchants. Shortstop Max Nealon. Second baseman is Jordan Mello, and at first base, wearing a new number today, is Brody Ponte. Left field, Jordan Justice. Center field, Ethan Doshi returning to the team after a short absence. And in right field, Jackson Swim.
Center fielder for TK.
Miller, the lefty pitcher from the line, delivers, and we are underway. A ball outside. One and 0 the count on Avincola, hitting .500 in 2 games against the Seattle Studs on this trip to Washington. 2-0 now the count for Miller. Merchants will be back in action tomorrow afternoon, 1:05 p.m. first pitch start against Driveline Select. At a Tuesday game on the road against Rush Baseball before a bit of a hiatus and a weekend series down in the Seattle area. 3-0 missing just inside. Kenji Miller already frustrated with the calls behind the plate. Van Rinsum playing slightly in at third base. Everyone else is straight up. Here's the pitch. The 3-0 is downstairs. A 4-pitch walk to lead off the ball game.
The batter now, the second baseman, number 2, Elijah Lee.
Brings up Elijah Lee, second baseman. 166 on the road trip so far for Lee. TKB Baseball out of San Francisco, California. Playing 4 games up here in the Pacific Northwest, 3 against the Seattle Studs, and this contest against your Everett Merchants. Bunt shown, a called strike on the outside corner. And boy, that pitch looked awful similar to a couple balls taken in the first at-bat. TKB splitting the first 2 games of their series against the Seattle Cheney Studs, picking up a 6-4 victory in Game 1 and losing 17-4 as a move to first base is not in time. 17-4 loss to Seattle yesterday. They'll play the rubber match tomorrow. Runner on at first base, bunt defense on by Van Rinsum. Ponte holds the runner at first. Bunt shown, pulls back, ball in the dirt. For ball 1-1 the count. In other action in the Pacific International League, Northwest Honkers and the Seattle Cheney Studs playing a doubleheader at the University of Puget Sound. Bunt shown, it's down, and it's a pretty good one. Noah's going to scoop it up. Only play to first base is in time for the sacrifice. One away will bring up Elijah Lee.
First
Well, that'll bring
number
up Jarrett
55,
Chapman, the first baseman.
Garrett Chapman.
CLG Studs defeating the Northwest Honkers in Game 1. That was a 7-inning contest. They currently lead 4-0 over Northwest in the bottom of the second inning in Game 2. Game 2 scheduled to be 9 innings in the University of Puget Sound. Redmond Dudes are taking on the PA Lefties of the West Coast League. His first pitch to Chapman is a called strike. Redmond Dudes dispatching the Lefties 9-0 last night in an incredible display against a quality West Coast League opponent. Good days ahead for the Pacific International League if those results continue. 0-1, runner bluffs. Miller thinks about a throw to second base and decides to eat it. Abencola staying put at second. On deck, Dominic Mesa, the shortstop. Runner bluffs again. Miller steps off. As Abencola getting in the head of Kenji Miller a bit here in the first. Another move without a throw. Merton's a bit short-handed today, missing a couple players and a couple of coaches. Harold Pye will be coaching third base, and Mike McCulloch will be coaching first. Josh Berry and Bo Blacken both unable to make tonight's ball game. The 0-1's a called strike, 0-2, so Miller taking his time to come home with a couple moves to second base, but picks up a strike and is way ahead 0-2. Miller not looking particularly comfortable on the mound today. See if he can settle down and get out of this jam. Chapman hitting .500 on this road trip. Soft hold by Mello. The 0-2 pitch is a ground ball that can't be handled by Van Rinsum at third base. An error will put a man on. And there's now runners on first and second with one away. E5 puts on Jarrett Chapman. It'll bring up Dominic Mesa, the shortstop.
Shortstop number 51 is the batter.
Mesa hitting .500 on this road trip, so a couple of real hot bats at the top part of this order for TKB. Miller from the stretch, a strong wind blowing out to right field as this ball just on the outside of the corner for strike one. Van Rinsum with the error. New Merchant, recent high school graduate, heading to Oregon next season. Runners go. This pitch upstairs. The throw to second is going to be in time, but the runner stealing third base. So two away and a runner on third base for Dominic Mesa. This pitch down low, 2-1. Miller with a man on third base, but two away and out of any kind. Would get him out of the jam. On deck is Brandon Wynn. Low and away, 3-1. Miller from the stretch. The 3-1 pitch on the way. Ball four. Runners on the corners now for Brandon Wynn. 250 hitter on the road trip, and Kenji Miller laboring in the first inning. Wynn climbs in, playing the hot corner for TKB baseball. On deck is Anthony Manuel. Runners get their leads. Miller comes home. First pitch, check swing, called strike on the inside corner. It's in a pretty strong breeze all day today, and it's not letting up now, heading out towards right field. Look for that to help your lefty bats and your opposite field hitters. Ball in the dirt, 1-1. Merchants will send Ethan Doshi, Max Nealon, and Jordan Justice to the plate in the bottom half of this inning. But first things first, Kenji Miller's got to get himself out of this jam. Trouble brewing for your Merchants pitching staff. 1-1. This ball is grounded to Kenji Miller. It's on a bounce, and they're going to let it go foul. Let's see if it goes. It will not go. A base hit down the third base line. Will play a run. Infield single for Brandon Wynn, and an RBI. The Merchants trail 1-0.
Batter now, the designated hitter, number 23, Anthony Manuel.
Anthony Manuel climbs in with a 1-0 lead. As that was really Kenji Miller's only option there, was to let that ball dribble foul. This pitch is a well-hit ball to Jordan Justice. It's going to get down. They're going to test Justice's arm. Here's the throw to the plate, and it is mishandled by Bishop. It'll get through, a single advancing on the throw, and an RBI. TKB baseball now leads 2-0.
Lombardi.
4-0 TKB after a Drake Smart 2-out, 2 RBI double, and we're still in the first inning. Conference between Bishop and Miller now. 4 runs on 3 hits for TKB, 1 Merchant error to help him along. No earned runs charged to Kenji Miller, as he should have been out of this inning if it weren't for an error at third base. 8th man to the plate is Nick Lombardi, 250 average on this road trip. And we're back. 20 pitches so far for 2 outs for Kenji Miller. Runner dances at second base. A move, no throw for Miller. Merchant's offense going to have to go to work. Already trailing 4 runs. This pitch outside. Ooh, called strike. Charitable call for Kenji Miller. He'll certainly take it.
Very uncharacteristic.
Merchant's pitching staff a little shorthanded today, so another called strike. 0-2. Merchants would love for Kenji to be able to settle down in inning number 2 and save their bullpen a little bit. The 0-2 on the way. It's a ground ball to Nealon. He's got it. Throw over and plenty of time for the out, but plenty of damage done as the Merchants trail 4-0. We had the bottom of the first. Welcome back. Leadoff man for your Everett Merchants is Ethan Doshi, returning to the team after a short absence. In 9 games, he's hitting .250 on the season, 7 runs scored, 3 RBIs as he returns to his leadoff position and center field as he swings and misses at a breaking ball for strike 1. Armando Aguilar will be on the mound for TKB Baseball to start this ball game, and Drake Smart, who's 1-for-1 with 2 RBIs already, is the backstop. The 0-1 inside, 1-1. On deck, Max Nealon in the hole, Jordan Justice. He'd be followed by cleanup man Jackson Swim, should he be needed. Mike McCulloch at first base and Harold Pyatt coaching third. This ball, check swing, he went, 1-2. Four unearned runs in the top half of inning number 1. Put the Merchants in an early hole to see if they can climb out of it. 1-2, Doshi. He swings and laces this ball in the left field. Doesn't miss a second as he leads off this game with a single, and the Merchants have a base runner. Brings up Max Nealon.
Stepping to the plate now, it's your shortstop, number 5, Max Nealon.
Max Nealon in 18 games, .324 batting average. All of his games coming in that left side of the infield. 13 runs, 3 RBIs, but that's because he hits early in the lineup pretty often. From the stretch now for Aguilar as Doshi takes his lead. Here's the pitch. Nealon check swing. He called strike number 1. Oh, shoot. On deck, Jordan Justice. Doshi with good speed at first base, but don't expect a ton of running down 4 runs. Here's the pitch. It's a lacing ball into the left center field gap, and it's got to get down for a base hit. Doshi holds up at second base, but back-to-back singles for the Merchants, and things are starting to move here in the bottom of the first.
Merchants now will send up the number 6. He wears number 6. He's your left fielder, Jordan Justice.
Jordan Justice, .347 on the season, 30 points behind Jackson Swim in that batting average title that they've been battling for in this season, but a tremendous bat in 18 games, 13 runs and 14 RBI. He's got a chance to pick one up here with a base knock. Nobody out in the bottom of the first inning for Jordan Justice. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball, 0-1. Justice steps out, collecting his thoughts. On deck is Jackson Swim. Batting average north of 370 on deck, so you'd love for Justice to get aboard here. Here's the pitch, low, 1-1. Jackson Swim on deck. He'd be followed by Brody Ponte. Teddy Bishop, should we get that far in the lineup. Nobody out, runners on first and second base for your Merchants. They trail 4-0 early in this ballgame. Aguilar working from the stretch. He comes home. The 1-1 check swing in at the hands. It's a ball. Two and one. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. That breaking ball fooling Justice again. One of the better bats on this Merchant lineup, getting fooled by the breaking balls. Doshi and Nealon's hits both on fastballs, it appeared. See if he can find one in the zone that he likes right about now. The 2-2, it's a breaking ball, swing and a miss for strike 3, and the first out of the inning is a swing strikeout for Jordan Justice.
Batter now, he's the cleanup man, right fielder, number 37, Jackson Swim.
Jackson Swim, .377 hitter on the season, team leading 21 RBIs. Would love to get the Merchants a little closer in this ballgame. First pitch he sees, breaking ball called for a strike. Harold Pyatt arguing the call. Swim digging in. opportunity here for the Merchants to get back into this ball game. Early 4-0 hole as this ball downstairs, 1-1.
Some bands right there.
Harold Pyatt arguing with home plate umpire, getting some warnings about arguing balls and strikes. He's got to be careful as him and Mike McCulloch are the only coaches here for the Everett Merchants. Pyatt asking his players what they thought of that call, and the home plate umpire not liking it. Swing and a miss for strike 2, a throw to second base not in time. So 1-2 on Jackson Swim with runners on first and second. Brody Ponte on deck. Harold's got to be careful. Outfield shifted slightly to the left side. From the stretch. The 1-2 is inside in the dirt. Runners hold up. So that looked like it might have gotten a piece of Jackson Swim, but no move to first base. Probably missed him. Can't blow this opportunity to get back into this game early. 2-2 to Swim. It's a breaking ball, missing just inside. And the zone at home plate is anything but consistent in the first inning. Sure looks like a strike 3 to me, but Merchants will take the call. Full count, payoff pitch, runners go. This is a ground ball up the left side for a base hit. Jordan Justice gets the wave. Max Nealon's going to stay at third base. Throw gets away. Jackson Swim heads to second base on the throw. RBI single for Jackson Swim, and the Merchants get a run back. One your score. Jackson Swim, RBI single, getting to second base on the throw. As Brody Ponte climbs up from the windup with no opportunities to steal. The first pitch to Ponte is a called strike. Sure looked to be outside. (4-1) and the Merchants in a golden opportunity here with only one away. The 0-1 pitch on the way. Outside, 1-1. Armando Aguilar allowing one run on 3 base hits and a strikeout so far. It's only recorded 1 out. Teddy Bishop on deck. The 1-1 called strike. Sure looked like it could have been outside there as well. Zone's going to wreak havoc on both managers in this ball game. I can feel it already. One away, 1-2 to count. Merchants looking for a big inning. This pitch is low. Runners hold, and the count evens at 2-2. On deck, Teddy Bishop, Dylan Matsuoka in his return to the lineup would be next. One away, good speed on the base paths in Nealon and Swim. The 2-2 is a check swing ball in the dirt, and the count will run full. Man, stressful at bats already in the first inning of this ball game. Can't ask for much more than this. Armando Aguilar winds and delivers. The payoff pitch is a called strike 3 on the outside corner. Harold can't believe it. Sure looked outside to me, but Harold's got to be careful. Do not get ejected. He's already been warned this inning. Teddy Bishop will climb in. Teddy Bishop hitting .225 on the season with 0 RBIs. 3 walks. This will be his first ribby of the season. This ball missing well outside. No disputing that call, as count is 1-0. Bishop with a chance to put his team on his back and get a couple runs back. 4 unearned runs for TKB in the top of the first. This pitch upstairs, 2-0. Nealon at third, Jackson Swim at second. 4-1 TKB. This ball well outside. 3-0 now to Teddy Bishop. Dylan Matsuoka on deck. He has limited work, only 5 at-bats, but does have 3 hits, so a 600 hitter in limited work. The 3-0 is delivered, taking all the way. Called strike, and my goodness, another ball that looked out a little outside. Here's the wind. And the 3-1 pitch is swung on and missed. Breaking ball fooling Bishop. And a full count payoff pitch on the way with 2 away. Runners get their lead. Swim might be on the move here. Here's the wind. And the payoff pitch on the way. Bishop foul tips it. Can't hold on. Is the catcher Drake Smart, and we'll do it again. Matsuoka on deck, the designated hitter.
Move your hands.
Gino Hutchinson will lead off for TKB in the top of the second.
What a strange inning.
4 runs on 3 hits for TKB, 1 run on 3 hits and an error for Everett. Aguilar, the line, and the payoff pitch on the way. Outside, ball 4, and the bases are loaded with 2 away.
The batter now for the Everett Merchants.
We'll bring up Dylan Matsuoka.
Designated hitter, number 21, Dylan Matsuoka.
Dylan Matsuoka, 2 games played for the Merchants as a batter. He is a pitcher traditionally for the Merchants. He has 5 at-bats, 3 base hits. He's also walked twice and been hit by a pitch. So in limited work, he's been excellent, and a called strike on the outside corner. Wide zone today for the umpire.
Wow, look at the gap over there.
Large gaps all over the place as the shift is on slightly for Matsuoka. This ball called strike. You can't take those pitches with this strike zone. 0-2 quickly to Matsuoka. On deck is Aiden Van Rinsum. 7th man to the plate for the Merchants, but only 1 run across. Here's the pitch. The 0-2 is swung on and missed. A lazy breaking ball, and that will retire the side. The Merchants strand a pair as we get to the top of the second. 4-1 TKB.
Merchants.
Welcome back. Wild game in Everett Memorial already. 4-1 TKB leads. over the Everett Merchants in the top of the second inning. Kendrick Miller back on the bump, and this pitch outside and high for ball one. Harold Pyatt already being issued a warning for arguing balls and strikes, as the zone has been anything but consistent so far in this game. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball, evens the count at 1-1. Gino Hutchinson, the batter for TKB, yet to record a hit on this road trip. 1-1 outside, and boy, was that a strike in the bottom of the first.
What was different? Share the zone, Blue. Share the zone. 10 strikes in the last half.
The zone continues to move as this ball is lifted sky high. Could be trouble. In charges Doshi. He'll make the play in shallow right center field for out number one. Jonah Avincola up next with one away.
Corner, number 5, center fielder, Jonah Avincola.
Jonah is 0 for 0 tonight, I guess, as he walked in the first inning with a run scored. 4 unearned runs allowed via the Aiden Van Rensum error at third base. 4 runs on 3 hits for TKB, 1 run on 3 hits, 1 error as this ball is laced into right field. A single base hit at the feet of Jackson Swim. They'll bring up Elijah Lee, the second baseman, with 1 away.
Now batting, second baseman.
Lee is yet to record an at-bat in this game as he sacrificed in the first inning. Ponte holding the runner at first base. Some slight bunt defense shown. He bluffs the bunt, and a called strike is 0-1. Chapman on deck. He's 0 for 1. 1 away. Van Rensum on the infield grass, playing bunt defense. Big hole up the right side for Lee. Bunt shown. He gets it down. It's right to Miller. Only play to first base. Another sacrifice. 2 away and a runner on second base.
Third baseman.
Jared Chapman reached on an error and was later retired, caught stealing. 2 away and a runner on at second base in Jonah Avincola. Miller, 30 pitches, 18 strikes, but he's given up 4 runs. They have been unearned. Ball low in the dirt. 1-0. Dominic Meza up next. He was walked. Kenji Miller, 1 2/3 innings pitched, 4 hits, 4 unearned runs, and 2 walks on 31 pitches. No action in either pin. Mello, a soft hold of Avincola at second base. Miller from the stretch. The 1-0 is a called strike, delayed strike call. And getting the call is Kenji Miller. Strike zone continues to fluctuate. That exact pitch called a ball a couple batters ago. Something the Merchants will have to overcome if they want to get back into this ballgame. 4-1 TKB, this ball in the dirt. 2-1. As we check in the Studs Northwest Honkers game, 11-0 your score in the bottom of the third inning. Studs all over the Northwest Honkers. 2-1, 2 away in the top of the second inning. Kenji Miller looking for a clean inning. This is a base hit right to Nealon, and that will retire the side. TKB strands the runner. We enter the bottom of the second inning. 4-1 TKB. Welcome back. Aiden Van Rinsum climbs up for your other Merchants.
17. Aiden Van Rinsum.
Van Rinsum yet to record a hit. He's played one game for the Merchants, 0 for 2 with a pair of walks. See if he can get his first base hit as a Merchants, as that's a called strike of the knees. 0 and 1. On deck is Jordan Mello. He's followed by leadoff man Ethan Doshi. The 0-1 fouled off.
Need all foul ball brought back to the Merchants dugout. All foul balls. Thank you.
0 and 2 quickly on Van Rinsum. Rinsum committing that error at third base. Started the 4-run train in the top of the fourth. That ball missing inside. 1 and 2. Van Rinsum limited work with the Merchants. Looking to make a name for himself here in the PIL. Here's the pitch. 1-2. Called. Strike 3. Out number 1. We'll bring up Jordan Mello.
The batter now, the number 9 man in the batting order, the second baseman, number 33.
Mello, an excellent defensive shortstop,
Mello.
but is struggling at the plate this season, hitting 140 on the year. 5 base hits, or 5 runs scored rather, and 5 RBIs. Here's the first pitch to Mello, well away for ball 1. I'd like to thank you all for watching this presentation of Everett Merchants Baseball. We'll be back in action tomorrow afternoon at 1:05 against Driveline Select. Here's the 1 and the 1-0 pitch to Mello. Check swing, called, strike. Tough call. 1-0 or 1-1 is lifted. Was a lazy breaking ball in the zone. A fly out to left field for Jordan Mello. Will bring up leadoff man Ethan Doshi to the plate. He singled and scored in the first. Doshi in his return to the Merchants, picking up right where he left off, picking up a base hit. See if he can stay hot and get a little rally going here. Ball call for pitch number 1 on Doshi. Aguilar winds and delivers outside, 2-0. And with 2 away, every out is important. Everyone shaded slightly to the left for Doshi. The 2-0 is low. 3-0 to the leadoff man. 2 away, Max Nealon on deck. Here's the 3-0. Taken. Ball 4 pitch, 2-out walk for Ethan Doshi. It'll bring up Jordan Justice, who's swinging a hot bat this season.
Shortstop, number 5.
Jordan.
Nealon.
Excuse me, yes, that is Max Nealon up for the Merchants, not Jordan Justice. Jordan Justice is on deck currently, as I got one step ahead in my scorebook. Nealon also hitting a hot bat this season, 324 on the season. Good chance here to move around along. Back pick to first base, not in time. Ball called on the pitch, and boy, was that close. Doshi loitering away from the bag. And a smart toss by Drake Smart to first. Boy, that was close. 1-0 to Nealon. Here's the pitch. It's a foul ball. Just barely getting a piece of that is Nealon. One and one, Jordan Justice on deck. Doshi on at first. Long holes for Aguilar. Here it comes. This ball is grounded to the second baseman. It's going to be a tough play, and he doesn't beat it out. 4-3 to put out Merchants strand a runner as we head to the top of the third inning, 4-1 TKB. Welcome back. Top of the third inning. Dominic Mesa leading off for TKB baseball. Kenji Miller still on the mound for the Merchants. This pitch is lifted sky high by Mesa. Charging is Jackson Swim. He's under it and makes the play for out number one. One pitch, one out for Kenji Miller is just what the doctor ordered.
Now batting number 11.
As Brandon Wynn climbs in.
Brandon Newton.
Brandon Wynn climbs in. He's 1 for 1 with an RBI and a run scored, all coming in that big top of the first inning. Here's the pitch. It's a called strike. 0-1. This ball bouncing in as Kenji Miller caught a cleat. Beautiful sunny day here in Everett. Breeze keeping the bulk of the heat away, and a called strike on the outside corner. The Merchants finally getting the benefit of the wide strike zone. This ball well inside, nearly catching a piece of Wynn, but instead missing. Even things down at 2-2. So Kenji Miller finally getting the benefit of that wide zone. It had not been going both ways for the first 2 innings or so. 2-2 on the way. It's a swing and a miss. Kenji Miller with wipeout breaking ball for out number 2. They'll bring up Anthony Manuel, the DH.
Number 23, designated hitter, Anthony Manuel.
Manuel is 1 for 1 with an RBI single and a run scored. Drake Smart, the catcher, on deck, but with 2 away, Miller looking for his first 1-2-3 inning of the game, and he may have just gotten it. Doshi losing it in the sun, but making the play in center field. 1-2-3 go TKB. We head to the bottom of the third. 4-1 San Francisco. Welcome back. Bottom of the third inning. Jordan Justice climbs up for the Merchants. 4-1.
The batting order leads off. He's the left fielder, number 6.
TKB over the North, or rather, over the Everett Merchants. On deck is Jackson Swim, Brody Ponte in the hole. First baseman playing on in the grass for TKB. The wind and the pitch is low, bouncing all the way to the screen. 1-0 to Justice. Justice 0 for 1 with a strikeout in this game, but he has been excellent this season. 347 batting average, 13 runs scored, 14 RBIs, 3 home runs, and 11 extra base hits. 1-0 from Aguilar inside, 2-0 to lead off batter in the bottom of the third. Kenji Miller in line for the loss despite not allowing an earned run so far. This ball, hot shot to third base. It's good backhand play to throw in time for the out. Good snag there by Brandon Wynn. It'll get an out on the board and bring up Jackson Swim. Jackson Swim 1 for 1 with an RBI. He is been flirting with the 400 batting average all season. A little dip now. He's down near 370 or high 370s, but Always a chance to get hot and get back up to that number. A called strike will start off Jackson. Bottom of the third, 4-1. All runs in this ball game scored in the first inning. The wind in the pitch is taken for a ball. Ponte on deck, Bishop in the hole. No action in either pin. The 1-1, well hit ball into the right center field gap, looking up at the wall, and it is off the wall, off the auxiliary scoreboard in right center field. A double for Jackson Swim into center field. We'll get a runner on second base for Brody Ponte.
Now batting, third baseman, number 14, Brody Ponte.
Brody Ponte wearing 14 today instead of his normal 22. On deck is Teddy Bishop. One away in the bottom of the third inning. Jackson Swim on at second base. Ponte 0 for 1 with the strikeout. This ball fouled over the netting and out of play. Strike number 1. Wind continues to blow out to right center field, down the right field line. Long hold for Aguilar. This pitch well inside, 1-1. Infield shifted pretty substantially to the left side. Right or outfield is also shaded that direction. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. The breaking ball fooling Ponte. 1-2.
Big gap over.
Opposite field hit would likely go for extra bases here. Is no one playing the line. Bishop would be followed by Bishop on deck. Matsuoka would be next. One away and a runner on second base in Jackson Swim. The 1-2, swing and a miss on the breaking ball again. And there are 2 outs in the inning.
Now batting, catcher,
Teddy Bishop will climb up. He's the catcher, and
Teddy Bishop.
he walked in his first at bat in the first inning to load the bases. Matsuoka would later record the final out of the inning. He's on deck. Armando Aguilar delivers. Big swing and a miss on the breaking ball in the dirt. Aguilar, 2 2/3 innings pitch. He's allowed 1 run. It's been earned on 4 base hits, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts. Wild stat line in this one. Shifts towards the left side on for Bishop as well. Here's pitch. It's swung on. Well hit ball to center field, but right at the fielder. Avancola making the play and straining Jackson Swim at second base. We head to the top of the 4th. 4-1 Merchants.
Everett,
Or 4-1 TKB rather. Welcome back. Drake Smart leading off the bottom of the, or rather the top of the fourth inning.
Drake Smart.
KG Miller back on the mound. After a rough first inning, he settled down. Only allowing one hit since the first. This pitch outside. Ooh, called strike. As the calls maybe starting to go the Merchants' way a little bit in the middle innings of this ballgame. Drake Smart 1 for 1 with a 2 RBI double, foul tip. Brings the count to 0-2. Nick Lombardi on deck and Gino Hutchinson in the hole. They're both 0 for 1 on the afternoon. Miller bouncing a fastball. Beautiful sunny day in Everett, Washington. The Merchants look to pick up a non-conference win here against TKB baseball. Club out of San Francisco. This pitch swing and a miss on a breaking ball. Ball dropped. Bishop throw across in time to finish the strikeout. And with one away, Nick Lombardi will step in.
The number 8 man in the batting order is the left fielder. Where's number 8? Nick Lombardi.
Kenji Miller. That was his second strikeout of the afternoon. He comes home. First pitch lifted sky high. Mello trying to find it. Swim's going to call him off and make the play in shallow right field for out number 2.
2 out. Number 9.
Bring up Gino Hutchinson.
Stepping up to the plate. The right fielder, Gino Hutchinson.
Kenji Miller, 3 2/3 innings pitched. He's allowed 4 runs. They're all unearned and all in the first inning. On 4 base hits, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. He also had 1 error behind him on the defensive side. Hutchinson would be followed by leadoff man Avancola should he be needed, but a ball low and 2 outs in the inning. The line and the Miller pitch is fouled off the hands and out of play. 1-1. I'd like to invite you all to the ballpark tomorrow afternoon for a 105 Sunday matinee against Driveline Select. Tickets are $3 for all Merchants games. This ground ball up the middle, base hit, a little seeing eye single up the middle, and a 2-out base runner, and Gino Hutchinson will bring up Jonah Avancola for TKB.
Back to the top of the order.
Avancola reached both times that he's come up to bat. He walked in the first and came around to score. He also singled in the second. We play top of the fourth, 4-1 TKB in a big top of the first inning for the San Francisco club. Here's the pitch. It's a well-hit ball down the right field line. It's a base hit. Jackson Swim getting to it quickly. The throw in will be cut off by Max Neal and runners on the corners with 2 away, and Avancola continues to tear up Everett Merchant pitchers. Elijah Lee will climb up. He is not recording that bat in the game. A pair of sacrifice hits to the pitcher.
Better now. It's a second baseman.
Sacrifice will be off in this situation. No need to sacrifice with 2 away. He'll be swinging. 166 batting average on the road trip, and featured 2 games against the Seattle Studs. Called strike. 0-1. No action in either pin, as Miller has pitched quite well after that shaky first. Here's the 0-1 in the dirt. Good stop by Bishop to discourage any runners. 1-1. Slight roll in the breeze. Supposed to be pretty steady all afternoon. From the stretch, the 1-1 is a little low. 2-1. Chapman on deck. He's over 2. This pitch called strike. Great pitch by Kenji, finding just a piece of the black and running the count even. Ponte holding Avancola on at first base. Two and two, 2 away, 2 on in the top of the 4th inning. 4-1 TKB. Here's the pitch. A runner goes, and it's a called strike 3 to retire the side. Your Merchants strand a pair of runners.
Complete.
Strand a pair of TKB runners as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. 4-1.
2 runners on base and fail to score to the bottom of the 4th.
Welcome back. Dylan Matsuoka leads off here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Merchants trail 4-1. TKB baseball showing up in the top of the 1st inning, aided by a couple of Merchants errors. This pitch is a called strike. Armando Aguilar pitching well for the San Francisco squad. On deck is Van Rinsum. Here's the pitch. The 0-1 is a lacing base hit into right field. Matsuoka thinking too it's going to be a tight play, and he puts on the brakes wisely, as that was a great throw by the right fielder. 1 on, I'll bring up Aiden Van Rinsum, still looking for his first hit as a Merchant.
Now batting, third baseman, number 17, Aiden Van Rinsum.
0 for 1 today with the called strikeout. On deck is Jordan Mello, will be followed by leadoff man Ethan Doshi. Merchants looking for a rally, trailing by 3. Here's the pitch. Well hit ball right to the 3rd baseman, on to 2nd for 1, on to 1st in time for a double play, and the bad luck for Van Rinsum continues. 5-4-3 the putout. It'll bring up Jordan Mello. Van Rinsum cannot catch a break at the plate so far for the Merchants. A few well-hit balls, but nothing finding the outfield grass. It'll bring up Jordan Mello. Mello for 1, flew out to left field. Back in the 2nd. Here's the pitch, a low, slow breaking ball for a strike. Aguilar, about 5 base hits and 2 walks, but only 1 run across. Controlled the damage quite well. 0-1 low, evens the count at 1-1. Here's the 1-1. It's a lifted ball in the infield, and the play is made by Mesa to retire the inning. 1-2-3, aided by a double play. We head to the top of the 5th. One pitch,
now,
one out.
Stepping into the batter's box to
They'll
shortstop,
bring up
number 51, Dominic Mesa.
Dominic Mesa climbs in. Merchants 4 runs on 6 hits, or rather TKB 4 runs on 6 hits. Merchants 1 run on 5 hits and an error. That ball outside, 1-0 the count. Mesa is 0 for 1 with a walk. This ball's sky high. Ponce back looking for it, can't find it, and that ball will drop. Evening the count at 1-1.
It looked like an error to me.
Mesa, a slow walk back to home. 1-1. Brandon Wynn on deck. This pitch is missing somewhere. Two and one the count. Here's the next pitch outside, 3-1. Strike zone remains inconsistent. 3-1, Kenji Miller. It's only allowed 7 base runners, or rather 9 base runners, but a lot have found their way to come around and score. Full count now for Dominic Mesa. Brandon Wynn on deck, 1 away. Miller, the pitch is upstairs and away, and a full count walk will put a man on for
Stepping to the plate now,
TKB
first baseman,
baseball.
Number 11, Brandon Wynn.
Brandon Wynn 1 for 2 with an RBI and a run scored. He struck out in the 3rd. Ponte covering the bag. Van Rinsum will play towards the infield grass to guard against the bunt. Here's the bunt shown. It's a ball outside, 1-0. Rinsum a few steps further in this time. Miller will work from the stretch. Here's the 1-0, bunt shown, and it's a foul ball. Caught a piece of wind. Leaving the count at 1-1. That would have been a heck of a bunt. This Bishop was struggling to find that ball. 1-1, 1 away. Top of the 5th inning, 4-1 TKB. Here's the Miller pitch. Bunt shown. He chops at it. Fair ball. Only plays to 1. Bishop the throw over in time, as Bishop has been able to execute that play quite well, getting the throw over in time to retire the batter. But the runner sacrificed a second for the 3rd time this game. 2 away. We head to Anthony Manuel. Anthony, 1 for 2 for Anthony. A base hit, a run scored. This ball is a ground ball to Van Rinsum. The throw across is in time for the outs, and that will retire the side. TKB strands a runner. We head to the bottom of the inning. 4-1 TKB. Welcome back. Bottom of the fifth inning. Ethan Doshi will lead off for your Merchants. 1 for 1 with a run scored and a walk. Aguilar comes home. Doshi fouls off the screen, or rather just over the screen. 0-1. The Merchants will be back in action tomorrow afternoon, 1:05 first pitch against Driveline Select. It's a non-league game followed by a road game against Rush Baseball, Archbishop Murphy High School on Tuesday evening. That ball missing, 1-1. Merchants don't return home until July 19th against the Seattle Studs. So a bit of a road trip coming up for the Merchants after Sunday's game. That ball fouled away. 1-2 the counts on Doshi. Max Nealon on deck, 1 for 2. Time called as Doshi will clean off his glasses and step back in. The wind. And the 1-2 pitch on the way. Low, slow breaking ball to the shortstop. Good play at the outfield grass, but he sails the throw. It's a base hit to the second base, or to the shortstop. Infield single for Justice. The leadoff man's aboard.
Now batting, shortstop, number 5, Max Nealon.
Max Nealon 1 for 2 tonight with a single. He was stranded in the first. 4 runs on 6 hits for TKB, 1 run on 6 hits and an error for your Merchants. So Merchants just not taking advantage of their opportunities the same way as the San Francisco club has, and see if they can flip the script here with a speedy runner at first base. Pitch to Nealon outside, back pick, and they've got him in a pickle, but the first baseman falls down. Doshi will be tagged out on the pickoff. Unfortunate time to slip and fall. 2-3-6-3 goes the put out of Ethan Doshi. Max Nealon now 1-0 the count. Tough break for Ethan Doshi at first base. Here's a 1-0. 2-0 now. That ball missing low and away. 1-1 is the call, as I missed the first pitch call on the pickoff play. This ball missing away. 2-1. Jordan Justice on deck, 1 away. Max Nealon looking to replace Ethan Doshi, who was retired on the caught stealing in the first pitch of this at-bat. 3-1 now on Nealon. Doshi was hardly taking off, as he just could not quite get back to the first base bag. Slipped on a secondary lead. This ball upstairs, and a 5-pitch walk for Max Nealon will bring up Jordan Justice.
Now batting, left fielder, number 6, Jordan Justice.
Justice 0 for 2 with a strikeout, looking for his first base hit of the afternoon. One of the more productive bats for the Merchants all season. Swim on deck, 2 for 2 with an RBI, a big night for Jackson. 1 away, Nealon on second. This pitch is a check swing called strike. Harold Byatt delivering the signs. Coaching third base today in the absence of Bo Blacken. Modest lead for Nealon. Big looping breaking ball missing upstairs. That is a slow breaking ball, but it's fooled a number of Merchants hitters already. Aguilar pitching quite well. Only 1 run through 4 1/3. This pitch, well hit ball is center field. Charging and making the play is Avancola for out number 2. Justice is now 0 for 3 tonight. He'll bring up Jackson Swim.
Right now, right fielder, number 37, Jackson Swim.
Jackson Swim 2 for 2 tonight with an RBI. He's got a single and a double. From the stretch, Aguilar gets the signs and a back pick to Nealon, and he got him at first base. The pickoff in time for the outs. Mike McCulloch, not sure about the call, but that is the end of the inning. No runs as we head to the top of the 6th inning. Stay with us. Welcome back. Drake Smart leading off the bottom of the, or top of the 5th inning, or 6th inning. Miller back on the mound. Lefty's first pitch is hit, but right to Jordan Justice, who makes the play on the jump. Misjudged that ball slightly, but there to make the out. Bring up Nick Lombardi. Lombardi 0 for 2 with the ground out and a fly out.
Outfielder, number 8, Nick Lombardi.
Kenji Miller really settling down after that first inning. Bunt shown, he chops at it and it is caught but foul for strike 1. In 5 1/3 innings, Miller's allowed 6 runs, none of them earned on, or rather 4 runs, none of them earned on 6 base hits, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. As he's sitting at 68 pitches, so not a bad pitch total considering that first inning. Thank you for watching this presentation of Everett Merchants Baseball. We appreciate your support both here in the stadium and online. This ball, a bounced fastball for ball number 1. Gino Hutchinson on deck. Jonah Avancola in the hole with 1 away. Here's the pitch. It's a ball outside taken. Miller takes a moment, adjusts his hat, and we'll get the signs from Teddy Bishop. Here she comes. The 2-1 is a well-hit ball into right field. Swim on his horse, and he can't make the play at the warning track. But the runner falls down, rounding first base. The throw in, Nealon, and the tag applied for the outs. A single, but out advancing. What a play. Jackson Swim with the wherewithal to throw that ball in with some hurry. Stumbling, rounding the bag. And what a play. A single, but out advancing. So 2 outs. Gino Hutchinson 1 for 2, single in the 4th inning. What a play by Jackson Swim. The outfield defense this season has been spectacular. The 1-0 ground ball just past Nealon's diving glove. And a single into left field will extend the inning. It'll bring up leadoff man Jonah Avancola.
Back to the top of the order, number 5, Jonah Avancola.
Avancola 2 for 2. He also walked in the game.
We got lead. We got 1, 2 of them.
Runner goes, ball called strike, and this ball was going to skip into right field, but mellow there. Stolen base. And a runner on second base, 0-1 the count. Apologies for the slight technical difficulties there for a moment. And 1 on Avancola. Big shift to the left side. It's a called strike. 0-2, 2 away on Avancola. He's reached every time he's come to bat in this ballgame. Base hit would extend the lead. Miller's kept the scoreline clear since the first. Here's the 0-2. It's a well-hit ball, but misplayed. It's going to be an error on Jordan Mello. And another run scores for TKB baseball. The error scores a run. Elijah Lee, the second baseman, climbs up. 5-1 your score, moved to first base, not in time. Some action starting to brew in the Merchant pen, but no one throwing. First pitch is a called strike, 0-1. Five runs on 8 hits for TKB. 1 run on 6 hits, 2 errors for the Merchants. This pitch, swing and a miss. Breaking ball fooled him, and the count's 0-2. Oh, 2 away, runner on first base. Runner goes. This pitch swung on and missed. Tag applied for the out, and that will retire the side. TKB picks up another run. Merchants trail 5-1. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Welcome back. Jackson Swim will lead off the bottom of the 6th inning. Merchants trail 5-1. Armando Aguilar still on the mound for TKB. Jackson will take a first pitch called strike. Swim is 2 for 2 with a single and a double. He was the man up when Jordan Justice was picked off. This ball outside, 1-1. One and one. This pitch is swung on and lifted into deep center field. Looking up, and it is off the wall. Jackson Swim's going to stop at second base. He's 3 for 3 tonight. That's his second double, and a great night for Jackson Swim continues.
Now stepping into the batter's box is the first baseman.
Brody Ponte will climb up with Jackson Swim on at second base and nobody out. This is the Merchants' opportunity to add some runs here and get back into this ballgame. 5 runs on 8 hits for TKB, 1 run on 7 base hits, and 2 errors for the Everett Merchants. Need some heroics from the bottom part of this lineup. This ball swung on and missed. Brody Ponte swinging for the fences there. Apologize if there's any audio issues in this broadcast. We are attempting to find a solution for tomorrow's game if the audio quality does not improve. The 0-1 is fouled away, quickly 0-2. Teddy Bishop on deck. Swim gets his lead. 0-2. Here's the pitch. It's a foul ball, survival swing there to stay alive, and he does. Aguilar works from the stretch. Swim on at second base. Shift to the left side. This pitch is inside for ball 1. Bishop on deck, followed by Matsuoka in the hole. Nobody out. Jackson Swim on at second base. Aguilar comes home. The 1-2 is upstairs. 2-2, and Ponte battling here, getting back into this count a little bit. Long hold. Aguilar slowing down as this game goes along. Here's the pitch. It's upstairs. 3-2. Brody Ponte works the count full. Big spot for Brody Ponte. Here's the payoff pitch. It's lifted, but it's going to get foul. Good battle here from Brody Ponte. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Wind picking back up, out towards right field. Swim with decent speed at second base. An outfield single would score the run. Here's the pitch, and it's a line drive. Base hit down the left field line. Jackson Swim gets the wave. He scores easily. Ponce, you got to dig for 2. He'll stop there. A stand-up double down the left field line, and the Merchants pick up another run. It's 5-2. Teddy Bishop climbs up, nobody out here, and the Merchants already pick up a run in the bottom of the 6th inning. Bishop 0 for 1 tonight with a walk, looking to get his first hit of the afternoon. This ball upstairs, 1-0. Jake Soila just starting to throw now in the Merchants bullpen. Matsuoka on deck. This pitch is swung on a miss. Breaking ball fooled Bishop. Soila has been a very effective pitcher in relief for the Everett Merchants. Long stare in by Aguilar. Here's the 1-1, and it's a ground ball to third. Off the glove! That's going to advance Ponte as Bishop heads to second base, and he'll get there. That's going to be a two-base error. And runners on second and third with nobody out. Quick conference between Harold Pyatt and Dylan Matsuoka with nobody out and runners on second and third.
Dylan Matsuoka.
Matsuoka is 1 for 2 tonight with a single and a strikeout. He's been great for the Merchants, but in limited work. Here's the pitch. Called strike, 0-1.
Big time right here. Right back in this game.
This could be a turning point in this contest for your Merchants. Best opportunity they've had all night. They got to cash in. The 0-1 pitch, low, slow breaking ball for a called strike number 2. Aiden Van Rinsum on deck. He's 0 for 2 with a well-hit ball, but robbed of a base hit on a great play by the third baseman. Here's the 0-2, and it's swung on and missed. Breaking ball well outside of the zone for strike 3. 3 pitches and a strikeout. First out of the inning will bring up Aiden Van Rinsum.
Aiden Van Rinsum.
Harold Pyatt not happy with that swing. Here's first pitch to Van Rinsum. It's outside. Mello on deck. Ethan Doshi, the leadoff man in the hole. Merchants would love to turn this over to their top of the order. It's been quite productive tonight. 6 hits among the top 4 guys. Here's the pitch. It swung on and missed. 1-1. Runner on second and third. 5-2. Merchants already pushing a run across the plate in this ball game. Or in this inning, rather. This pitch, well away. 2-1. A little closer to the zone than I thought it was on that pitch, is actually. But it was a ball. Infield, corner infielders playing near the infield grass. The 2-1, and it is low. 3-1, and a huge spot now for Van Rinsum. Looking for his first hit in a Merchant uniform. It would plate 2 runs. This pitch outside, ball 4. Van Rinsum walks, and the bases are loaded with 1 away for Jordan Mello. No action at all in the TKB bullpen, and no movement from their manager.
Number 33, Jordan Mello.
Mello digs in 0 for 2 tonight. Bases are loaded. Aguilar comes home. Mello swings and lifts this ball down the first base line. And the play is not made. A tough play it would have been, but allowed strike number 1 for Jordan Mello. Long run by Chapman, and he just could not quite get to that ball. No error, a play that could have possibly been made, but it would have been quite the Herculean effort. And the count is 0-1. Merchants have to avoid the double play. Any other out could score a run. Get that ball in play, Mello, and see what happens. Here's the 0-1. Oh, curving breaking ball, real slow, missing the zone. 1-1. Man, that's a borderline ephus pitch that Aguilar throws, and it's worked several times in this ballgame. One out. Bases loaded for the Merchants. Here's the pitch. It's outside. No, a called strike. 1-2. Sure looked outside there, but 1-2, a chance to bow. Doshi on deck. He's 2 for 2. With a walk. Here's the pitch. The 1-2 on the way, and it's right back to the pitcher who can't make the play. The runner's pause. The play at the plate is in time. Fielder's choice to retire the runner, but the bases stay loaded. The runners paused there, thinking that ball might have been caught, and that cost the Merchants a run. But still a golden opportunity with 2 away and Ethan Doshi on the plate.
At the top of the order, center fielder, number 8, Ethan Doshi.
Doshi 2 for 2 tonight with a run scored, a pair of singles. He's also walked. Huge spot here. A base knock would get the Merchants right back into this ball game. It's a called strike on the outside corner. 2 away for Everett. But the bases are loaded. Nealon on deck should he be needed. Here's the 0-1. Upstairs, swing and a miss. Big breaking ball there, fooling Ethan Doshi, and the count is 0-2. 5 runs on 8 hits and an error for TKB. 2 runs on 8 hits, a pair of errors for the Merchants. The 0-2 on the way, and it hits Doshi. It'll drive in a run. Merchants now pull within 2 runs. It's 5-3 TKB over your Everett Merchants. And Max Nealon climbing to the plate. He's 1 for 2 with a walk. And a mound visit for TKB. We'll take a quick break. 5-3 TKB, but the bases are loaded for Everett. Welcome back. Max Nealon climbing to the plate with the bases loaded. 2 away and a 5-3 deficit for the Merchants. First pitch outside for ball 1. Nealon, the 8th man the Merchants have sent to the plate in this inning. And boy, do they need it. 1-0. It's a ground ball to short. The toss over to second in time. The fielder's choice retires the side. And the Merchants pick up a pair of runs. 5-3 your score. We head to the top of the 7th. Welcome back to Everett. Jarrett Chapman leading off here in the top of the 6th inning. Top of the 7th inning. TKB leading 5-3 over Everett. Jarrett Chapman leading off. He's 0 for 3, reached on a single, however, or reached on an error, however, in the first inning. Kenji Miller back on the mound for the Merchants. He'll wind and deliver. The first pitch, it's a called strike. Kenji Miller, 6+ innings pitched, 8 hits. That ball missing. He allowed 5 runs rather. 1 of them earned on 8 hits, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts. This pitch upstairs, 2-1. Couple TKB players trotting out to the pin. The 2-1, and that's a ground ball to Nealon. Scoops it up. The toss over to Ponte in plenty of time for the out to start inning number 7.
Dominic Mesa.
Dominic Mesa climbing up 0 for 1 with a pair of walks and a run scored. Take a look over at some of the other scores in the Pacific International League today. In Game 1 of the doubleheader, the Seattle Studs over the Northwest Honkers, 6-3 in that 7-inning contest. In Game 2, in the 7th inning, the Studs up 17-0. A bloodbath of a game. Dudes and the Port Angeles Lefties are due to play a game at 6:35 tonight. Ball missing upstairs, 2-0. Miller, long hold. Here's the 2-0. It's upstairs for ball 3, 3-0. Jake Soila standing around, likely ready to come in. Here's the wind and the 3-0 pitch. It's a called strike on the outside corner. Foothold found by Kenji Miller. The 3-1 is a well-hit ball, but sky high to center field. Doshi over. He's camped under it and makes the play in left center field for out number 2. Good battle there for Kenji to get back into that count and force the out. Brandon Wynn up next. He's 1 for 2 with a run scored and an RBI. He also sacrificed in the 5th. Soila throwing a couple extra pitches now to stay warm. Miller's going to complete the 7th if he can get another out here. First pitch to Wynn is a ball low. 5 runs on 8 hits, 1 error for the Merchants, or for TKB. 3 runs on 8 hits, 2 errors for the Merchants. Here's the pitch. It's a foul ball, evening the count at 1-1. On deck is Anthony Manuel. Here's the 1-1. Whoa, says the home-plate umpire, and the count goes to 2-1. Two and 1 to win. Here's the pitch. It's a line drive, just foul. And we will do it again. Or rather, that runs the count even at 2-2. 2-2, 2 outs. Top of the 7th inning, 5-3 TKB over your Merchants. Everett, plenty of opportunities, but have not been able to make TKB pay. That ball missing, filling the count at 3-2 with 2 away. Here's the payoff pitch, and it is low. Ball 4 and a 2-out base runner for TKB will bring up Anthony Manuel. Anthony Manuel climbing in. And Harold Pyatt out to the mound. Pitching change coming for the Merchants. Jake Soila will come into the game. We'll take a quick break. When we return, Merchants trail 5-3. New pitcher for your Everett Merchants, Jake Soila, climbing in. 8 appearances, 17 innings pitched, all in relief. He's allowed 6 runs, all earned, on 15 hits. Is yet to walk a man and has 8 strikeouts. No decisions to his name and a save with a 3.17 ERA. We'll be back for the rest of the top of the 7th inning. Welcome back. Anthony Manuel climbing in to face new Merchant pitcher Jake Soila. Kenji Miller is responsible for the base runner on first base. Here's the pitch. It's outside. Ooh, called strike. 2 away. Kenji Miller pitching 6 2/3 of an inning, allowing 8 hits, 5 runs, 4 walks, and 4 strikeouts. He is currently in line for the loss. Only one of those runs was earned. Caden Rutger, new addition to the Merchants. 2019 member of the 2019 pitching staff, as that's a strike. 0-2 on Anthony Manuel. Caden Rutger warming up in the bullpen for your Merchants. Oh, 2 outside, 1-2. Soila comes home. This pitch is outside, 2-2. Big out if Soila can get it. 2-2, 2 away. Man on first base in Brandon Wynn. Here's the pitch. It's a swing and a miss. Jake Soila retires the first man he sees to get the Merchants out of the jam. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning, 5-3 TKB. Welcome back. Jordan Justice leading off the bottom of the 7th inning for your Everett Merchants. TKB, 5 runs on 8 hits, 1 error, and your Merchants 3 runs on 8 hits, 2 errors in the game. 3, 4, and 5 due up for your Merchants. Justice, Swim, and Ponte. Here's the pitch. Justice well away. Anthony Aguilar, or rather Armando Aguilar, is sitting at 109 pitches in this game. So you got to expect his night almost over, but no one warming up in the pen for TKB. Here's the pitch. It's a well-hit ball. Deep to center field, looking up, and that ball is gone. Jordan Justice, a solo home run to center field, and the Merchants are within a run. Out comes the pitching coach, or the manager rather, for TKB Baseball, looking to make a pitching change. We'll get his name when we return. Jackson Swim will lead things off with nobody out, or will be up with nobody out. 5-4 Merchants trail the TKB baseball team. Welcome back. New pitcher for the TKB baseball team is Brian Plyer, lefty hurler. Coming in relief as Armando Aguilar's night is over. 6+ innings pitched, 9 hits, 4 runs. They were all earned. 4 walks and 6 strikeouts. 110 pitches for Armando Aguilar, the starter. He is in line for the win, but it's a tedious 1-run lead as Jackson Swim climbs up. 3 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored. See what he can do here. This first pitch is a called strike. On deck is Brody Ponte. Pin is quiet for the Merchants, but Caden Rucker was throwing in the top half of this inning as this is a lacing ball into right field. It's going to be a great play made on the run by Hutchinson in right field for out number 1. Swim retired for the first time this afternoon as Ponte climbs up. Ponte 1 for 3 with a strikeout. He picked up an RBI as well. On deck is Teddy Bishop. Long hold. Working from the stretch is Plyer, and he'll come home missing low. Ooh, no, a called strike. Said he caught a piece of the zone. Harold Pyatt having to bite his tongue a little bit here. From the stretch, Plyer, the 0-1. Little bit low. 1-1. Bit of a interesting delivery from Plyer. Little hitch in the middle of his wind. Or in the middle of his delivery, rather. Here's the pitch. It's a lifted ball. It's going to just get over the netting. And
and bring the count to 1-2. Bishop on deck, Matsuoka in the hole. And we've got nearly a new ball game here, folks, and it's a good one. This ball outside, 2-2. Merchants have equaled the amount of runs, the unearned runs they've allowed in this game at 4, so only trailing by the earned run allowed in the 6th inning. Here's the 2-2, and it's a high ball into right center field, and making the play is Hutchinson for out number 2.
2 outs, and stepping to the
Teddy Bishop will climb in.
Merchant is your catcher, number 9.
0 for 2 with a walk. He scored a run after reaching on an error in the 6th inning. So the Merchants looking to tie this ball game here. On deck is Matsuoka. Player's pitch to Teddy is a little fly or line drive caught by the first baseman for the out, but Jackson swims home run over the Les Schwab sign in right center field, brings the Merchants within a run as we head to the top of the 8th inning. Correction, that was a home run by Jordan Justice, not by Jackson Swim. Welcome back. Smart leads off the inning, facing Jake Soila. Bottom or top of the 8th inning, 5-4 the score. Merchants picking up another run and a called strike there. Here's the pitch. It's a foul ball down the line. It'll get out of play. Outside, 1-2. Bit of a wasted breaking ball, but could change the eye level a little bit. The 1-2 fouled off, nearly getting into the Merchants' dugout. Soila did face a batter in the 7th inning, so apologies for those of you following along on Point Streak as well. I'll get the scoring corrected. That ball fouled as well. A great play by the third base coach to pick up that ball and throw it back to Soila. Matsuoka warming up in the pin along with Caden Rucker. Soila recording the last out of the top of the 7th. We will correct that scoring error before stats go final. Ball missing just low, says the home plate umpire. Evens the count at 2-2. Tense moments in Everett as every out counts at this point in the game. This ball fouled away. Great battle between Soila and Drake Smart. Bit of a pause. 2-2. On deck is Nick Lombardi. Gino Hutchinson will follow him. And then the San Francisco Club will backstop their order. He went, says the home plate umpire, for out number 1. Nick Lombardi climbing in now, left fielder for San Francisco.
The batter now, number 8, left fielder Nick Lombardi.
Breeze sticking around out towards right. This pitch called strike. Lombardi 1 for 3. Was out advancing on his single, tagged out at second base with a great Jackson swim throw. A little stumble hurt his cause. Called strike. 0-2 quickly on Lombardi. 5-4 TKB over your Everett Merchants. This ball grounded. Mello nearly getting it, a base hit rather, into center field. And a 1-out base runner will bring up Gino Hutchinson. Mello just couldn't quite get to that ball, and it's a base hit.
Gino Hutchinson.
So that will be working from the stretch. Runner goes, swing and a miss. The throw down, and it is into center field, but interference. And the batter is out on interference. So the batter out on interference, and the runner sent back to first base. Welcome back. Runner back to first base. Gino Hutchinson out on interference. The throw to first, not in time. Jonah Avancola is
Jordan Avancola.
the batter.
The batter. Top of the order. Interference.
2 for 3 night for Avancola. He also reached on an error and a walk, called strike. His first pitch of the at-bat. Might be a little rusty on the rules, but I'm pretty sure the runner would be out on interference and the batter would stick around, but the Merchants take the break. They'll take 2 outs with the runner on first rather than 2 outs with the runner on second. Here's the 0-1. Lifted ball. Swim charging, and he's going to get there for the out. The Merchants stranded TKB runner. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Matsuoka will lead things off when we return. 5-4 TKB. Welcome back. Dylan Matsuoka leads things off against Brian Plyer. Dylan is 1 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts. Called strike on the outside corner. 5-4 TKB. Caden Rutger, the lone man warming up in the Merchant pen. No action in the San Francisco pen. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. 0-2. Aiden Van Rinsum on deck, followed by Jordan Mello. Then the top of the order. Here's the 0-2 on the way outside. 1-2. San Francisco team brimming with confidence. It's gotten livelier and livelier as the nights gone on. Here's the 1-2 outside. 2-2. Ransom on deck, or Van Ransom on deck. Mellow in the hole. Merchants trail by a run with nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. This pitch outside, filling the counts 3-2. Two, 3-2 the count. Here's the pitch. It's inside. Ball 4. A full count walk, and the tying run is on first base with Aiden Van Rinsum climbing to the dish. And what a time this at-bat would be for his first Merchants hit, unless Harold Pyatt asks him to bunt, which feels possible in this situation.
Now, number 17, third baseman, Aiden Van Rinsum.
Van Rinsum climbs in 0 for 2 tonight with a walk. See if Van Rinsum offers a bunt. He does. Back pick instead. Nothing doing at first. First pitch, bunt shown back in plenty of time as that pitch was well away. One and 0 with nobody out.
Try and bunt it that way.
Wynn playing it on the grass for bunt defense. Bunt shown, pulled back, taken for a ball. 2-0 the count. Van Rinsum looking to get aboard. Is you'd love to have your 9-hole hitter bunt a couple runners across for the top of your order. Okay, and Rutger getting warm in the Merchant pen. He'll likely come in for the 9th. Here's the 2-0 bunt shown, pulled back, called strike. Borderline pitch goes against the Merchants. And it counts 2-1. Tense moments at Everett Memorial. Bunt shown. Here's the pitch. Pulled back, taken. The runner taking off. Matsuoka is out. Caught stealing. The count is now 3-1 with nobody on. Van Rinsum. Hitters count, but nobody on. Here's the pitch. It's called. Strike will fill the count. The payoff pitch on the way, and it's swing and a miss for strike 3. And there are 2 outs for Jordan Mello.
2 out, and the batter now, number 9 man in the batting order, number 33.
Mello looking to reach for the first time tonight. He's 0 for 3. Doshi on deck. We play in the bottom of the 8th inning. 5-4 TKB over your Merchants. Here's the pitch. It swung on, lifted ball into right center field. It's going to get down for a base hit. Leadoff man Ethan Doshi will climb up with a runner on first and 2 away.
For the Everett Merchants.
Ball 1 to Doshi. 2 for 2 tonight with a base hit, a run scored. He's also reached on a walk and a hit by pitch, picking up an RBI. Nealon on deck. Merchants would love to keep the line moving with 2 away. Here's the pitch. It's swung on, lifted into the right center field gap, and it's going to get down and get to the wall. They're going to send Mello to third at a minimum. They're going to hold him there. A double to center field puts 2 runners in scoring position for your Everett Merchants, and Max Nealon climbs to the plate with a chance to tie or take the lead. TKB 5 runs on 9 hits and an error. As time is called, we have a Mount infield conference. We'll take a quick break. Merchants threatening here in the bottom of the 8th.
Now batting for your Everett Merchants.
5-4 Merchants trail TKB, but they're threatening here. Merchants are threatening here.
Nealon.
Runners on second and third for Nealon, who's 1 for 3 tonight with a walk. What a time for a base hit if you're Max Nealon. A hit would tie or possibly take the lead in this game, and that's a called strike in the zone. 2 away, Jordan Justice on deck, Jackson Swim in the hole. And you know you're going to get one of those 2 bats in the 9th inning unless you take the lead here. Here's the 0-1. It's upstairs. What a game tonight in Everett. Merchants on a 1-off game against TKB baseball, traveling up from San Francisco. The 1-1 on the way, swing and a miss. The breaking ball fooling Nealon, and the count is 1-2. Base hit anywhere ties the game. A well-hit ball scores 2. Here's the 1-2 on the way. It's a well-hit ball to center field, but under it is Avancola for the out. Merchants strand a pair. We head to the top of the 9th inning, trailing 5-4. Welcome back. We head to the 9th inning, and Elijah Lee climbs in for TKB baseball. The lefty battle faced Jake Soila. Lee is 0 for 2 with a pair of sacrifice hits. Merchants will send Jordan Justice, Jackson Swim, and Brody Ponte to the plate, trailing by a single run. If Soila can hold this lead here, as Jackson Swim under it in right center field, he'll make the play for out number 1.
Stepping to the plate now, it's a first baseman, number 55, Jarrett Chapman.
Jarrett Chapman climbs up 0 for 4. He did reach on an error, but was later erased, caught stealing. As Rucker back getting warm in the mound, or in the bullpen. Chapman will be followed by Mesa, who is 0 for 2 with a pair of walks. Bottom half of the lineup doing most of the damage for the San Francisco squad. First pitch inside. 1-0. Infield straight up. Merchants looking to keep this a 1-run game to have a chance in the bottom of the 9th. The 1-0 low and away and gets away. 2-0. No one on. No problems. Miller winds. The 2-0 is a called strike. Miller getting back in the count here. Finding a piece of the outside part of the zone. Mesa on deck. Brandon Wynn would be next should someone reach that pitch outside. 3-1. The 3-1 from Soila. It swung on and missed the breaking ball, and it'll fill the count with one out in the top of the 9th inning. If you have any Merchant fan friends that aren't watching this game, send them our link right now, as this game couldn't be any closer in the 9th inning. Here's the pitch. The 3-2 is lifted, hit well. Doshi back at the warning track near the wall. He makes the play in center field for out number 2. That'll bring up Dominic Mesa, the last chance for TKB to add on here before sending it back to the Merchants with a chance to tie or take the lead in the bottom of the 9th.
Dominic Mesa, shortstop.
Mesa is 0 for 2 with a pair of walks. He scored in the first inning. Drake Soila sitting at 26 pitches, 19 strikes. This ball is a called strike outside. 0-1. Bit of a charitable call, but Everett will certainly take it. The 0-1, low and away. Reminder, Jordan Justice, Jackson Swim, and Brody Ponte up for the Merchants in the bottom of the 9th. This pitch swung on and missed. Soila's breaking ball. Fooling Dominic Mesa. 1-2, 2 away, top 9. Here's the pitch. It swung on and missed. Drake Soila locks down the top of the 9th inning and retires the batters in orders. Last ups for your Merchants when we come back. Bottom of the 9th inning. Jackson Swim will come up after Jordan Justice, and Brody Ponte will round things out for the Merchants. Last ups for your Merchants, 1 to tie, 2 to walk it off. Jordan Justice climbs in. He'll be followed by Jackson Swim and Brody Ponte. Justice is 1 for 4, but it was a home run over the Les Schwab tire sign. Bunt shown, and Justice is going to pull back and take a called strike. Merchants 0-2 in situations where they could walk the game off. Love to get a first win here. Here's Plyer's pitch. Swung through and missed. Quickly 0-2. Jackson Swim on deck. He's 3 for 4 with an RBI. Breeze stiffening out towards right. Brian Plyer comes set and delivers. The 0-2 pitch on the way. It bounces in for a ball. The 1-2 to Justice well upstairs. 2-2. Justice representing the tying run. Go ahead, run on deck. Rather, the winning run on deck as we play in the bottom of the 9th. The 2-2 is a survival swing fouled away, and we will do it again. Tense moments in Everett Memorial. Swim on deck. First things first. Jordan Justice. 2-2. The pitch outside. Full count for Jordan Justice. Three and 2, nobody out. Merchants need 1 to tie, 2 to walk it off against TKB baseball. Here's the pitch from Plyer. The 3-2 swung on and missed. The ball is dropped. The throw over in time to complete the strikeout. There's one away. Jackson Swim climbs in.
Now, he's the cleanup man, number 37, right fielder, Jackson Swim.
Jackson Swim 3 for 4 tonight with a single, a pair of doubles, an RBI, and a run scored. Power bat for the Merchants, creeping that ERA ever closer to 380. He likely got there in this game. See if he can pick up a big base knock here for his Merchants. First pitch taken for a called strike of the knees. Ponte on deck. Teddy Bishop is in the hole. Plyer from the stretch. The 0-1 is swung and lifted. It'll get out of play. Count is 0-2. Merchants have burned a lot of opportunities in this game. They'd love to tie it here or maybe even walk it off. Swim twirls the bat, waits for Plyer's 0-2 pitch. Here it comes. On the way, outside. Great take by Swim, and the count is 1-2. Every pitch so important when you get to this point in the ball game. 1-2. One away. Swim waits. The pitch on the way upstairs. 2-2. Two great takes in a row for Jackson Swim. Pin is quiet for both squads. Plyer comes home. The 2-2 on the way, and it's a sky-high fly ball. Charging is Avancola, and he makes the play in shallow left center field for out number 2. Merchants down to their final out, and it'll be represented by Brody Ponte.
The batter now, number 14, first baseman, Brody Ponte.
Brody Ponte, 1 for 4 tonight with a double and an RBI. He'll be followed by Teddy Bishop. Should he be needed, 2 away. Plyer comes home. Ponte takes a called strike on the outside corner. Oh, 1, 2 away. Here's the pitch. It's swung on, well hit ball down the left field line, and it is gone! Home run! Brody Ponte ties the ball game! Unbelievable! The Merchants have tied it up here in the bottom of the 9th inning. What a hit by Brody Ponte!
Now batting, the catcher, number 9, Teddy.
Massive home run down the left field line. And the Merchants draw even in the bottom of the 9th inning. Teddy Bishop will climb in now. He's 0 for 3 with a walk. My goodness, what a ball game in Everett Memorial Stadium. First pitch to Teddy Bishop is down low for ball 1. Brand new ball game in the bottom of the 9th, folks. Merchants can still walk it off. This pitch called strike of the knees. That's so awesome. Plyer from the stretch. Long hold gets the sign. Here's the 1-1. It's a ground ball to shortstop. On the backhand, Mesa, the throw across. High! You're going to hold him at first base, but that's an error on the shortstop. It will give the Merchants a base runner and the winning run at first base. It'll bring up Dylan Matsuoka, 1 for 3 tonight with a single. He also reached on a walk.
Number 21, designated hitter, Dylan Matsuoka.
Should he be needed, Aiden Van Rinsum is on deck. Merchants have the walk-off run at first base. Here's the pitch. It's low for ball 1. Merchants tying the ball game on a Brody Ponte home run near the left field foul pole. And now the winning run on at first base in Brody Ponte. Matsuoka will face a 1-0 pitch with 2 away. Taken for a called strike. One and 1 to Matsuoka. Merchants looking to win their first game where they trailed in the 9th inning all season. This pitch outside, 2-1. Good take by Dylan. From the stretch. Plyer comes home. The 2-1 inside, 3-1. Should Matsuoka reach, it would bring up Aiden Van Rinsum, who would be looking for his first hit as an Everett Merchant, and it could be the walk-off game winner. But first things first is Dylan Matsuoka, the DH. The 3-1 pitch, and it's a check swing. Ball 4, and the winning run in scoring position for the Everett Merchants will bring up Aiden Van Rinsum, the third baseman, 0 for 3 tonight with a couple well-hit balls, or with a well-hit ball and a walk. Conferencing with Harold Pyatt, and we'll have a mound visit. We'll take a quick break. Your Merchants tie the ball game in the bottom of the 9th inning with a chance to walk it off. Welcome back. Aiden Van Rinsum looking for his signature Everett Merchants moment here. He could get it with his first base hit, and this is a lifted ball. Could be trouble. Dropping in left field, and the play is made on the fly by Mesa in shallow left field. We're heading to extra innings. Your Merchants tie the ball game with a monster home run by Brody Ponte. We'll be right back for the top of the 10th. Welcome back. We're playing the top of the 10th inning. International tie-breaking rules puts Dominic Mesa on at second base. Brandon Wynn climbs to the plate, and he will face Caden Rutger. Longtime Merchants fans will recognize the name. He pitched for the Merchants in the 2019 campaign. His first pitch, bunt shown, popped up but foul for strike one. Rutger in the 2019 campaign for the Merchants, 11 appearances, 1 start. He pitched 15 and 2/3 of an inning. He allowed 8 runs, 6 of them earned, 16 hits, 5 walks, and 8 strikeouts, 2-2 record with 2 saves, and a 3.44 ERA, so a quality arm for the Merchants in that campaign. Moved to second base, nothing doing. 0-1 with nobody out and a runner on second via the tie-breaking rule. Runners Mesa. Brandon Wynn is the batter. Bunt shown. He gets it down. It's a good one. Rutger, no play. Infield single. And it'll bring up Anthony Manuel, the designated hitter. Time called. Harold Pyatt coming out to the mound. We'll take a quick break. Runners on the corners with nobody out for TKB baseball and extras. Welcome back. Runners on first and third. Nobody out on top of the 10th inning. Caden Rutger facing Anthony Manuel. 1 for 4 with a single and a run scored. Bunt shown, and it's a great one. Rutger's only play is to first base. He gets it. A sacrifice bunt will score a run for the Merchants, or for the TKB rather, and there's one away. One away, 6-5 the score. As Caden Rutger has to deal with a man on second base, he faces Drake Smart. This pitch, ball outside. Smart is 2 for 4 tonight, or rather 1 for 4 tonight with a double and our 2 RBIs. Here's the pitch. Down low, 2-0. Shane Melrose warming up for the Merchants. Mild shift on to the left, with Mello holding the runner on at second base. Fielder vacates. Mello is going to throw over in time for the out, but the runner advancing to third. But there's 2 away
Stepping to the plate now.
in the top of the 10th inning.
Fielder number 8, Nick Lombardi.
Nick Lombardi stepping in, 2 for 4 tonight. The base hit would give TKB an extra run of insurance here. Aiden Van Rinsum will be the runner for the Merchants. It'll be 9, 1, and 2 for Everett. Here's the first pitch in the dirt for ball 1. Good part of the lineup coming up for the Merchants. Hope to get there with only a 1-run deficit, have a chance to tie or walk it off. Lombardi waits, takes a called strike. 1-1 the count with 2 away in the top of the 10th inning. Huge out for Rutger to get right here. Here's the pitch. It's a ground ball foul down the third base line. And we will see a 1-2 pitch. Rutger takes a moment. Big spot for Caden Rutger. He's captain everything in the infield so far. Here's the 1-2 pitch, fouled away. We'll do it again. Rutger a strike away from getting out of the inning and turning things back over to his lineup. 9, 1, and 2 are coming up for your Merchants. Aiden Van Rinsum will be the runner on second. Here's the 1-2, and it's taken in the dirt. Runner's going to stay. 2-2 the count. 2-2, 2 away. Runner on third base is Brandon Wynn. From the stretch, Rutger delivers. The 2-2 pitch on the way outside. Great stop by Bishop. It'll fill the count, but a run saved on the stop. Seventh pitch of the at-bat coming up. Melrose warming up in the pen, but this is Rutger's inning all the way. Here's the 3-2. It's a little bit inside, and it'll put a runner on first base. Rutger can't believe it. He was 3 steps towards the dugout before he realized that was a walk. Rutger's got to be careful so he doesn't get ejected here, as Harold Pyatt's going to come out and have a talk with his pitcher. He's going to make a move to the bullpen. In will come Shane Melrose. We'll be back in the top of the 10th inning. Runners on the corners for TKB. Welcome back. Shane Melrose, the new pitcher for the Merchants, as Kane Rutger is lifted. We'll be right back for the rest of the top of the 10th. Welcome back. Shane Melrose, the new pitcher for the Everett Merchants. Runners on the corners, 2 away for Gino Hutchinson, the right fielder, 9-hole hitter for TKB baseball. Move to first base, not in time. Melrose, 4 appearances on the season, 6 innings pitched. He's allowed 6 runs, 5 of them earned on 11 hits, 4 walks and 7 strikeouts, 0-1 record, and a 7.50 ERA. Another move to first. Gino Hutchinson, 2 for 4, pair of singles, another move to first, not in time. Hutchinson also out via interference in the 8th. Another move to first. First pitch to Melrose is a called strike on the outside corner. A great pitch to start his outing. Once again, apologize for the scoring error as our system currently lists Rutger is not facing a batter. That's a system error. We'll try to fix that before stats go final as Jackson swim under it for the out in right field. Merchants will come up 9-1-2 due up for your Everett Merchants as we trail by a score of 6-5. Welcome back. Once again, Merchants need 1 to tie and 2 to win here in the bottom of the 10th inning. Similar situation to them in the 9th inning. However, this time they're granted a runner at second base in Aiden Van Rinsum.
Second baseman, Jordan Mello.
Mello up to bat. 9-1 and 2 due up for the Merchants. Mello 1 for 4 tonight with a single. Matt Suoka warming up in the Merchant bullpen. Here's the pitch. Bunt shown, pulled up, taken for a ball. The throw back to second. It's not in time. Great slide by Van Rinsum, who lingered off the bag and just got back safely. My goodness, what a tight play at second base. And what a break for the young kid at second. 1-0. Here's the pitch. Bunt shown. It's popped foul. Job to do for Jordan Mello. He's got to get this bunt down. Doshi and Nealon on deck. Here's the pitch. 1-1. Foul ball off of Mello's shin. Harold Pyatt can't believe it. The bunt is now off. And Harold Pyatt going to keep the bunt on. The 1-2 bunt shown, and he gets it down. What a bunt. Mello, and the throw is not in time. That's would have been a base hit anyways, and it scores the run. Single, advancing, and we're going to talk about this to get the scoring decision. Hold on just a moment, but the run scores regardless.
Ethan Doshi.
An error on the third baseman. Ties the ball game at 6. And the go-ahead, or the winning run, on second base, fouled off by Doshi. Doshi with a chance to win the ball game. He's 3 for 3. He's been on base every time he's been up today, and the count is now 1-1. That pitch upstairs. On decks, Max Nealon should be needed. A base hit wins the ball game. Ground ball likely sends the runner to third. What a call by Harold Pyatt to send the runner, or to this ball lifted, but it'll going to get out of play. No, it won't! A tremendous play by the catcher to catch that ball in foul territory for the out.
Nobody. Shortstop, number 5, Max Nealon.
A pop out to the catcher for Ethan Doshi brings up Max Nealon. There's one away in the bottom of the 10th inning. As I was saying, what a gutsy call by Harold Pyatt to try a bunt with Jordan Mello with a 2-strike count, and it paid off. An error scoring a run, is that's a called strike with 1 out. From the stretch, the pitch is well away, gets away. Jordan Mello on the wild pitch will advance to third. And the count is 1-1. A base hit anywhere scores the game, and the infield is now in for a play at the plate. Sack fly wins the game as well. Infield playing shallow as well. They know a ball over their head into the game. Here's the pitch. Bunt shown. He pops it up, and the play made by the pitcher for out number 2 in the worst case scenario for the Merchants as they tried a safety squeeze, and it did not go as planned.
Now batting, number 6 left fielder, Jordan Justice.
Jordan Justice climbs in with a chance to win the game. The winning run 90 feet away. Justice 1 for 5. A rare off night for him, but a chance to make up for it. And he does! A ride to right center field. It's gone! 2-run walk-off home run for Jordan Justice. And that will do it. Your Merchants win the ball game 8-6.
Goodbye baseball! Home run, Jordan Justice!
Merchants walk it off in the bottom of the 10th inning. 3 runs in the bottom of the 10th inning, and your Merchants defeat TKB Baseball. Winning pitcher is Shane Melrose. Losing pitcher Antonio Palionelli. My goodness, what a play. Jordan Justice walking it off. His 2nd home run of the ball game, and that will do it here at Everett Memorial Stadium. 8-6 your final. My, oh my, what a ball game. We'll see you back here tomorrow afternoon, 1:05 first pitch against Driveline Select. Your Merchants will be back in action on Sunday. We will see you then. Until next time, I'm Sean O'Connor, the voice of the Everett Merchants. Have a good night, everybody.